And tonight's Michigan's Most Wanted, the search continues for the person who killed a well-respected business owner in Detroit. Here's more on what happened and a desperate plea from the victim's family.
He's been here for 36 years. He's not a gangbanger. He's not a dope guy. He's not a hood. He's an Albanian immigrant who came here and worked his butt off.
Let's go back to September 1st of 2016. Police say at about 9 o'clock in the morning, someone went inside the Detroit Coney Island restaurant at the corner of Schaefer and Ethel in what investigators are calling a robbery gone wrong. The owner, Frano Juncaj, killed from a single gunshot wound to his chest. Police say the killer walked away without a dime. Customers and people in the community called this well-respected man Frank. They say he was selfless and worked 7 days a week.
Homeless people will go in there and sit down here, get them water, coffee, feed them.
Right now, the biggest roadblock for police is to identify the shooter. The restaurant did not have any security cameras and it was open 24 hours a day. However, police believe there may have been people in the restaurant either right before or during the time of the shooting.
Customer or customers who may have seen this person inside the business. And we would really appreciate if they would come forward to help us close this case for the family and for the interest of justice.
Joining me now is the family of Frano Juncaj, his wife Hannah, his sons Alex and Nicholas, and his daughter Amanda. Hannah, let's start with you, ma'am. You have gone through the unimaginable. What would you like to say to the people out there who know something about what happened to your husband?
To help us find who did it, so we can find closure on this. It means a lot to us, to our family.
I mean, it goes without saying this has been a very difficult time for you. How do you deal with this day after day?
I don't know, I just try to go another day. It's really hard. That was my worst nightmare.
Ma'am, talk to us about Frano. Talk to us about the man people in the neighborhood called Frank.
He was the most positive person I ever met. He had the best heart. He put everybody before him. I was worried. I asked him that I was kind of afraid when he went so early in the morning. And he said, "You don't have to worry about me. Everybody loves me there." And he kind of made it okay for me to not think as much.
He never thought about any danger, anything going wrong?
He was never afraid to go there. He loved it. He loved working there. Everybody was his friend. He talked to everybody in a friendly way. When he called me, I heard him talking to them like, "Hi, my best," and stuff like that. He never told me anything bad, that he doesn't want to be there or he doesn't like working there. Sometimes he'll say they're hard to work with. There's some days that he said that.
But that's any day, but for the most part, it was always
he loved
positive.
It being there, yeah. He never said, "I don't want to go to work," or "I don't like working there." He said everybody is nice to him.
Nicholas, talk about what you and your family have been doing in the community to get the word out.
We've been in contact, constant communication with Crime Stoppers. We've increased the reward, which they've been, out in the community as far as that's concerned. We had a billboard put up. We have a memorial page on Facebook that we've used and targeted, like a 30-mile radius within the restaurant. I've talked to people in the community. We went door to door with Crime Stoppers, some family and friends, and passed out flyers letting them know about the reward and just trying to see, just get out in the community. And I've talked to people within the community. My sisters more so even via Facebook. A lot of people have reached out. There's been a lot of support from the community. Like my mom mentioned, it was clear he was very loved in the community. He always did he did the right thing at all times.
Amanda, who has been reaching out to you and your family?
A lot of different people reached out to me. They saw me on Facebook. Whenever someone posted a link about, what happened, I kind of would reply, or they'd reach out and tell me things, if they didn't have enough cash, he still would feed them. Certain people said they grew up knowing him. When they visited home, they visited him. He knew everybody. Everybody was his friend. They all showed me love. They asked if I needed anything, stuff like that, and to keep in contact,
Alex, I mean, we're talking about your father here. I mean, a man who just kept on giving in his community and had his life taken away. I mean, how do you deal with that?
You just gotta do what you gotta do and be strong for, I gotta be strong for my family. Tough time like this, because it's times like this, you don't wanna break down, and for people who have a harder time dealing with it, because everyone deals with things like this differently, but we're just trying our best to find closure and answers to the situation.
And I'm gonna end with you. Tell me, I mean, there are so many things about your husband, but what have you missed most dealing with all of this?
Just him being there, being with us, his kindness.
And how important is it for someone to speak up? There may have been several customers in that restaurant during the time, or right before.
It's very important, so they can help us find who did it.
Okay.
It's even hard for me to talk about it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. As always, if you have any information that can help this family find any kind of closure, call Crime Stoppers. Your calls are anonymous. That number is 1-800-SPEAK-UP.